Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Monster Manual. I'm your host, Justin Hayward, and with me today are the three players of Josh, Troy, and Shazan. This is going to be episode 18. As we prepare for the episode, we're going to start with every episode with a quick recap. And remember to check out our channel. It's going to be every Monday on Twitch at this point, I think, is what we're sticking with. We will let you know if there's updates. Just continue to watch our episodes. And continue to check us out and follow us. On that note, we're going to start with a quick recap. Last time on Monster Manual, the party members had managed to meet up with the Superior Six, where they had discussed the location of Lazarus, as well as having a sending scroll to send them to Lazarus's lair, the Wizard of Old's ruins. And on that note, that is where we're going to begin this week's episode of Monster Manual. The party members are standing across from the Superior Six as they are holding this sending scroll to send them off to this location. You guys are going to be going as the scribes for this venture. As the Superior Six sort of uses their magic to sort of create a giant magical circle similar to a non-copyrighted circle from another franchise, as they slide their way through. The entire group, including you guys, sort of slides through. Inside of it, you guys notice that the first thing you notice is the darkness. As each of you guys, you have dark vision?
Yes.
I need you to roll a d20 for me. You two are not going to see anything.
I see 7.
Huh?
A 7.
A 7 plus your perception modifier?
Oh, fuck.
I'll clap on my crab.
Just the initial shock is what's going to get you.
I'm blind.
Oh my god.
I'm shocked.
Greg, what the fuck?
I'm shocked and blind.
That would be a 9.
Yeah, so all three of you guys, as you guys walk into this space, are completely consumed by this magical darkness as you pop in. As you literally see Solar sort of just clap on his light as his body literally lights up like a lamp light.
Yeah, that's not
And the entire room, rather than like a 5 to 10 foot radius, you're getting the entire room, this is an open sort of like cave-like structure. And you can see just walls and walls of ancient scrolls and books that are just stacked up, sort of spiraling up, similar to what the room that you guys saw from Lazarus's actual room.
Yeah.
As it spirals up, and you can see that you're physically inside of a mountain.
What the fuck are we?
This is the City of Old. It's the City of Old is the location where Lazarus is from. It's where the ancient wizards were known to derive from. Go ahead and each of you guys do a perception check for me. If you want to just put her on the ground, you're okay.
Nah, it's fine.
Just put her on the ground, dude. She's got the play kill mode going.
She just fucking takes his wrist off.
So trying.
Hey, come on, chill out.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's really over in my hand. In my arm.
He's killing me, dude.
Gosh, for everyone at home, I'm sorry. Salem is on a murder spree. This is the first time she's
I was just gonna say, it doesn't hurt that much as I literally see
Yeah.
claw pulling his skin.
Josh is like one of those dudes who gets stabbed. He's like,
Oh,
it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Tis a flesh wound.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, you are, dude. Oh my god.
So much blood, moving gash.
For everyone at home, there's not actually any blood.
Yeah.
That was a huge gash.
This is a family show. Fuck.
What was the roll?
Perception.
Perception.
11 plus 1, 12. Dirty 20.
Okay, so so each of you guys know this is something different. I'll say that each of you guys are looking in a different direction.
I noticed that's right.
Absolutely.
All directions.
So
I see everything.
you see it all. I will start off with the lowest number, which was 11. So Greg, what you're going to notice is that off on the right-hand side of this cavern, it seems to be similar steps. You do notice it looks like the same sort of writing style as the books that you sort of stole from Lazarus's room seems to be imprinted on the sort of wall. And it looks like it's almost identical to the books you already own. There's 6 different books, each having like different varied information, but they look almost completely identical to the books you already own. Moving towards you, you obviously are less inclined to notice things that have writing on it. Just that's not really your character, but you are going to notice the structural system of this sort of room. So as you're looking off towards the left, you notice that while it sort of winds around and you see a lot of book structures, there's a lot of agriculture and art. As you see like a giant sort of dragon sort of like up in the air with its wings sort of gasping up, and you see a bunch of like people in sort of robes and stuff sort of like holding their hands together in almost like a sort of praying motion as they're like cherishing this god, which seems to have 5 different heads.
Swill throws on his little like artsy hat and looks and goes, "What does this mean?"
Hey, look, you got the voice back. For all those at home, we haven't played in a while, and she's honestly thought it was a good movie.
I was like, I forgot the voice.
All right, so and then obviously moving to Cornelius. Cornelius, you notice while there are books and while there are other things, you notice on the back panel of the wall, at the very top, there seems to be some sort of room-like structure. It seems to be some sort of storytelling within hieroglyphics as well as within pictures. You're able to determine that there's some sort of story with this 5-headed dragon, and it seems like it was probably the origin of the dragon or the story itself. You would have to head up closer to it, and you might be able to depict it if you have some assistance from one of your allies, the Superior 6.
Come with me to decipher these hieroglyphics.
Okay.
Salem,
I'm gonna just put her on the ground.
come here. Would you stop?
Stop being a menace to society.
She's like, I can't help it. I got people to hang out with.
Oh yes, I remember my ass vampire knowledge about this.
Okay, so as you grab, so how are you going to address Lady Marchesa, Queen Marchesa?
Excuse me, vampire mommy. Will you please come, Greg and I, to decipher these hieroglyphics? You seem to know or be able to read
Oh
them.
my gosh! Salem is actually just a menace.
Oh, you said she was better behaved today.
She was acting
And
better.
then I got here and she went all crackhead.
She did start on dragon. Alright, so she looks at you puzzled. You're not my child. Why are you calling me mommy? Is this a kink thing that you humanoids have around this part of the year?
From a certain point of view.
I just always wanted to grow up with 2 moms. I'm kind of, progressive like that.
You know what? Okay, I guess if you need a mom to nurture you, come my child. And she like
So,
holds you close to
wholesome
her.
relationship told me.
As she follows you guys up towards the top, she like telekinetically pulls you guys up. As they're doing that, you notice Solus sort of looks at you and goes, "It seems you've gotten a bit stronger since we last encountered."
Yes. Have you been looking at my physique?
Yes, your muscles are very, very striking in this light.
Oh, thank you.
Specifically my light.
Yes, it is. As full blushes a little bit.
You once said that you wanted to fight me one day. Is that your goal in life?
Yes, I want to take your head off.
I like that. I like that sportsmanship. He says, "Put it there."
Okay.
And as you do, you literally feel your body suddenly grow stronger as you feel your muscles starting to sort of vibrate and grow. And you notice as Monkey, who's sort of sitting on your shoulder, also somehow, you feel his weight suddenly increase on your shoulder as he goes from being this sort of smaller creature to almost like a giant size, sort of like full on like gorilla, as he's sort of hanging onto your shoulder. And he's sort of like, but he's flying above you with these giant sort of angel-like wings. It's like, hopefully that helps you get a little closer to your goal.
Oh yes, definitely. Thank you. Monkey, what the fuck?
And Monkey's like, "Ooh,
Caesar. Yeah, I assume Monkey looks exactly like
Oh
Caesar.
yeah, the dude's ripped. Like Monkey looks like he went full on into the gym and just took started
down leather jacket, sunglasses.
Yeah, like he started doubting roids like they were candy.
Yeah.
He's completely juiced.
Fuck yeah. Thank you.
As both of you guys are sort of flying forward, you see that Marchesa kind of looks at you guys and goes, "It would seem that Solus has found a gift for your friend. I suppose that means you are worthy of such power." And she sort of snaps her fingers, and inside both of your guys' minds, you guys see like almost your third eye open, and each of you guys are suddenly given the knowledge of strength and power as each of you grows stronger physically.
Your head gets bigger.
It's opening.
And you notice as Blazon slowly gets larger in size, as well as Leonardo da Vinci, as they are both medium-sized creatures now that you are able to ride and mount.
Let's go.
And she, as you guys reach the top of the wall, she looks at the hieroglyphics and goes, "Oh, I see.
Can I do my thing check?
You sure can."
Leo, it's your turn. Throw me.
What the?
Leo grabs you. With, like he doesn't like grab you like to pinch you.
Just crushes him.
He puts his claws out and you like step on one of them and he like struggles to like lift your whole body up with all of your armor and everything on. But you do see him like lift you up like, and you go probably like a good 5-10 feet away.
Damn.
Hell yeah. All right, we'll do that more when you get bigger.
You land on onto a stack of books, and you see them all fall over, and you see a bunch of like spiders sort of like running away as they were like nestled between these book sheets.
Yeah. Fuck you, spiders.
What did you get on your Arcana check?
Am I
So,
supposed to roll their college check?
no, because you're kind of distracted with Leo in that moment, I'll say.
I'm hanging out with the crab.
As your third eye is still open, you can see the words, the arcanic words, as if they were in common, and you can hear in Queen Marchesa's voice a story as she goes, "Long ago, the world was ruled by monsters, but a 5-headed dragon protector known as Tiamat, the god of monsters. Through his rule, large monsters roamed the surface lands, until one day the tiny humanoid races used magic stones and arrived on the Spice continent and wanted to claim this continent as their own. Beings of magic, they knew they could not defeat the mighty Tiamat alone, and so they searched for a way to defeat him. Using a large magical stone outside of the planet's space, they hurled this rock at the world and destroyed all things on the surface, including the mighty Tiamat. Knowing that Tiamat could not be killed, they took the remnants, the magic meteorite, and created relics that could control and capture the essence of Tiamat within its 8 remnants. Each were taken and separated, set apart, to be put together again. The wizards of old, historians of the world, found out about these actions and wished to give back the land to the monsters in order to find peace with them, as they had done in the past. The wizards used these magic relics from the meteorite, but were defeated by the humanoids, who had learned to use magic from Tiamat's remains and become the original guardians of the world. Knowing they were too powerful, they set themselves back from the land they came, would allow the mortals of the world to do as they wished, living as immortal gods amongst them." And then your eye closes.
I wouldn't know any of this, so I don't have
Yeah, my crab is neat.
What the?
So literally, as you're like, yes, all this happens within like a blink of a second. As he's still in the midair, he's like, woo, as you're like,
Just slam into a bookshelf.
Yeah,
Monkey doing arm wrestle?
you're currently holding fists still, like arms with Solus.
Such a vivid image. I'm flying through the air.
And you were shot back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. You're fine. As
That was a great bar for new songs from Michael Lizard's off. I see Celine the giant lizard with the moon. Interesting.
That's what he got, bro. What the fuck? I see now. Like,
I understand. It all makes sense.
Dots connected.
How else to take care of a giant dinosaur?
Now it all
I know the
gets it.
history of the universe now.
Asteroids.
Literally, like, I get it.
So, yeah, you were given that knowledge. And Queen Marchesa says, in your mind, she says, look, we're not perfect, but we wish to continue to have land for those that we seek fit. What will you do with this knowledge?
Wait a minute, are you the people that give themselves away for the power?
She smiles at you.
My third eye's not opening anymore. I don't know what's going on.
It's like as soon as it calls, you just doesn't vibrate.
All the intelligence of your character is now zero.
You are feeble-minded for the rest of the
You are
game.
lobotomized.
You just got eaten by mind flip. She goes, we gained power from Tiamat. We used this power for these 8 relics to extend our livelihood. In exchange, we serve as protectors.
Yeah, I'm trying to resurrect it.
Yes, the wizards of old, they are a society known as the historians of the world. When they uncovered our doings, they were not very pleased with our actions.
Interessante.
Is that Elvish?
Yeah. Yes.
Buongiorno.
Yeah.
That's probably more to do with this.
But anyways, so yeah. What would you like to do with that knowledge, Cornelius?
Remember it. Write notes. Okay. Wizards used moon to.
No, not wizards.
Yeah, just good people.
The people who, as you, the superior 6 is really what it was implying.
People wanted spice.
Moon
so
crashed
they used moon to nuke giant lizard. Okay, got it.
No more description. That's all you remember.
That's it, yeah.
Who needs details when you have giant lizard get smashed by moon?
Got it. No.
I don't know why this is relevant, but
No,
there was a lizard. The moon hit it. We're here now.
I knew it was important at some point.
What the?
So
What is this spice that they spoke of? This spice from.
So that is the continent that we're currently on. The giant landmass that we all encompass within this world. So the landmass that we are currently on is one of several different continents. But it was uninhabitable at one point. Now it is inhabited by humanoids.
Right, but is the spice continent like a bunch of spice?
Yes.
Like what type of spice are we talking about?
So it's like oregano.
So we're not talking like Star Wars spice?
No. That's why each of the named cities, major cities, are all named after a spice.
I know, but when I think of spice, I think of Star Wars spice.
No, you're not thinking of Star Wars. You're thinking of Doom.
No, I'm thinking Star Wars.
There's spice in Star Wars?
Yeah, there's spice in Star Wars, yeah.
I don't know Star Wars well enough.
Yeah, we can tell. I'm fucking around.
Yeah. I only know spice from Dune.
For those who
Oh,
don't know,
yeah.
Troy is our loyal Star Wars nerd. You have to have one in each group, and we've nominated him as ours.
Okay. We'll do words too. Okay.
Yeah, Dune, they have spice in
Is
there.
it similar?
Turns your eyes blue? No, I don't think so.
It does not give you magical power, it just
Yeah.
makes you high as balls.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah. I still don't remember that from Star Wars.
Anyway, interesting.
That's why you're interested, because
That's
it makes
why.
you hide.
So she goes on to say that the wizards of old are mostly extinct, except for one, Lazarus. When he came to us, he had already had power derived from one of the 8 relics, and he had the power of the 3 relics that were considered the weapons of the wizards. He has since lost some of them, but we imagine he has at least 2. These relics were known as, and so you would be hearing this now too, you'd be hearing about the relics. You're still
Yeah,
just
I'm not listening.
yeah. You're
here. It's all up.
so the relics, the names of the 3 relics are the Chains of Power, which has the power to control a monster.
Chains of power.
You know what I just realized? Sadness. I'm gonna have to use the audio from the cameras
Why?
because I didn't hit record on this.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Tragic.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, that's a thing. Fuck me. Tough day.
How good's the audio on the cameras?
Is it good? I should be all right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but it's not as good as this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So kind of sad on that part. I looked down. I was like, I see now.
A little bit of rust.
Just that.
All right.
Hear
So
me out. Just you cut it unexplained. Like no explanation. Just goes from like mid
it's
to
like
good.
later, and when it's like the lore matters. It's just like people don't know what the fuck we're talking about. They're like,
No. I mean, like you just switch the audio, but don't mention that it was bad or different.
yeah, I probably won't.
yeah,
I mean, at this point, yeah. But anyways, so the 3 relics are the Chains of Power, which is the power to control a monster, the Locks of Protection, the power to imprison a monster, and the Key of Opening, the power to open a caged monster. And
not knowing anything.
as you are sitting there arm wrestling, do another perception check for me.
Which day shall I use? That's an 8.
So you notice that the guy that you guys had imprisoned is also sitting in a corner.
Guy we imprisoned.
You guys like bullied him for like a whole
Oh yeah. Fuck,
Bill.
I forgot about that guy. What was his name?
Bill.
Bill. Yeah.
Bill. Yeah, so Bill, his arms healed. Oh no, he got flashed out.
Yeah.
Now you guys are good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because Bill,
I was like,
he got sent out with his wounds healed.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Bill should be here. I was like, never mind, he's not. So you're good. You notice looking around that you don't hear anything. For a place that's supposed to be full of people and monsters,
Yeah.
it's strangely quiet.
That wasn't an abandoned town or city.
It's a city that was abandoned, but this is where their hideout was supposed to be.
Solus, right? Solus, whatever the fuck his name.
Dude,
The man I'm going to beat the shit out of.
Yes, Solus is, he says in his 3 voice, yes, Twill.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's so cool. Why is it so quiet here?
That, my friend, is what I'm most worried about. As he's looking at one of the other Superior 6 members, he kind of looks over and he's just like, why is it so quiet? And
Just gets blasted in the face.
no,
there was a
you see
Dies.
Augustus Thunderbird, the storm giant, go, Aye, it be quiet here.
Yes.
I imagine the fucking coward left. As he's like looking at the ground and you see like his hand starts getting electrically charged as he like lifts up and you see like sort of like the remnants of movement.
Yeah.
As suddenly you see images appearing as it showcases what had happened in the past. As it looks like people are like rushing and running to get stuff moved out of here as quickly as possible.
Did he know we were coming?
Well, let's rewind. And you see like the images start going back. And you see a moment where they had a portal appear and where a dragon was supposed to be born. And then suddenly that portal got shut off.
Who did that?
I wonder how that one happened.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that happened, you notice that there seems to be a sort of dark, sort of cloaked person as they sort of lift off their hood and you guys see the face of Lazarus for the first time. As he has sort of like cooling blue hair and sort of white skin as he seems to be some sort of genasi. And he's sitting there and he's just like, Well, you can see me, my old friend.
Fuck.
And he smiles. He's like, Augustus, how are you? If you're seeing this, that means I have already left.
Oh, it's a recording.
It's like damn, the voicemail bait.
Gotcha, bitch. I'm afraid that the kaiju is mine, as they all soon will be. But I do have a message for your friends. As you two would hear this as well.
Guys, it's us. We're their friends.
Not really.
If you wish to bring
yes, sir.
peace to this land, you only need to reach out. For I offer you, knowers of the truth, opportunity to join me. And then all of a sudden, the images like black out.
Well, I'm convinced.
Lucky. Hold on, let me roll 12 intelligence check really quick. He got 12. He kind of intelligent. He'd be like, I'm skeptical.
Well, I mean, we're given an opportunity.
Well, you wouldn't have any of the information that he has.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
So you literally, so you have to go off of just what you currently know.
That's true. So look here.
You don't know anything about the
What
history,
is he talking about? Yeah.
So,
and only he knows the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, I know about the relics.
You do know about the relics.
So here's the thing.
guys. As I
I think we kind of need to, like, is it just us three together? The Superior Six around us?
Yes, the Superior Six are together. So there are currently 5 members of the Superior Six. Remember, the Protector is currently not with you guys.
Yeah.
As he is still currently helping that destroyed city.
Oh yeah.
At Mountains Peak. And so currently you guys have Valken, Solar, Augustus, Thunderbird, Lord Behemoth, Countess Marchesa, and Lionhead, the Sphinx.
Are you guys good if we just like send them away for a second, then we
can
can
I-
discuss?
Yeah, I'll hop on Thunderbird to get up to them. Or ask them to pick.
I don't think they're gonna be
Lucky can
comfortable
fly
with
me,
that.
right?
No, it's fine. We just need to talk
Yes.
alone.
Why?
They look at you guys and go, very well. You have your sending stone. You can travel yourself back.
I just think that if there's potentially a mole, we don't want to just sort of game plan in front of everyone.
I see what you're saying.
Because if Lazarus was someone who would defect, and he was previously a part of the Superior Six, there could be someone else. And I mean, he knew we were coming. And we already got rid of one of the sending stones.
Yeah.
How would they get a sending stone in there to begin with? There'd have to be. It's an inside job.
But is this just the 3 of us right now?
No. Actually, no. Yeah, I'm saying that in front of everyone.
So we're
Valken Solar obviously hears this bit of your conversation, and he goes, I can't answer that question.
You can?
Yes.
Okay. Who did it?
So while our name is the Superior Six, there were not originally 6 of us, but 8.
Were you the cool 8?
It was a name in progress. I could have been one. There was 8 of us originally, 1 for each of the stones.
Oh, that makes sense.
One of them we have not seen in a very long time.
The stone or the
Are they
person?
the person? Yeah.
The person.
Are they like dead?
No.
What about the stone?
Their name is Foresight.
Foresight. Oh, because yes.
They can see into the future.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
What a clever name.
So they've actively been able to predict the future, but if you don't know, the future is very complex. You might see one version of a future one moment, and then it'll change, and then change again, and then change again. And so they're able to see fragments of the future and able to use those fragments in a coordination of themselves to be able to foresee when we do certain actions.
So we think it's corroboration between Lazarus and Foresight.
Oh, well, that would be the only reason why Lazarus would be able to leave a message in the past.
Wait. So, if this guy can see the future, and he's working with Lazarus, then doesn't that mean like what happens is like a good thing? Like they
Guys,
you
we
know?
totally shouldn't
Like the
kill
future's
him.
in good hands, right?
We
It
shouldn't
seems like-
kill him,
right?
but then
What if
but
they're-
then like so we'll all commit to not killing him, but then we'll change our minds. Because he'll see the future that we're
Yes,
not
but
gonna
then-
kill him.
Oh yes, we could.
And then we kill him.
Yes, we're good friends. Yeah.
But now he'll see that future that I've come up with, which ends up in him dying. So we have to change plans again.
So yes, so that is the Superior Six, and the we will go back to your original name, I guess. We'll say the Kool-Aid,
Let's go, the Kool-Aid.
the Kool-Aid, which I will actually write that in my notes. So I can make sure I have that down.
Fucking go. Can I also point out, like, what are all those books over there?
Well, those are the historical records left by the wizards of old. The wizards of old travel from continent to continent, and they collect information.
So,
Books on the deep. Here I come. Give me that sweet sea creature knowledge.
As you say that, you notice Lionhead walks over to one of the shelves, and he like sort of noses his like giant lion face around, and then with like one claw, he like pokes one of the books, and he like pulls it out. He has his like fingernail into the spine, and he like points his finger at you with the book on it.
I think he's the traitor.
I wouldn't say that. He has big claws.
And you see the language suddenly changes. Into common, it just says
My third eye is activated.
"Getting deep."
Deep.
And it says "Getting deep." It says the story of the deep.
Deeper.
I read it.
Yeah, it could be go deeper. I totally could do that. That's steal.
That's the sequel.
So,
Going deeper. Volume
the
2.
second.
No. That's from the boys.
That's the boys.
It's going deeper with the deep.
Yeah.
So does this have all of your guys' information on it? Because there's like 6 weird books.
And you notice that Lionhead walks over and he looks at him and goes, and he looks back at you, and then his snake tongue pops out. I think that's correct.
So isn't that kind of
Can I read the one?
isn't that kind of dangerous for you guys? Shouldn't we get these out of here? Because if they have like knowledge that is transferable to anyone of like who you guys are, what you can do, and we're trying to beat them, we shouldn't let them know you guys.
Lord Behemoth speaks up and goes, well, if Foresight and Lazarus are working together, I imagine they already have the knowledge they seek.
Yeah, but like as like a security, if more bad people show up, we should just get these out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see like a bunch of like Team Rocket goons show up, and they're like getting ready to grab a book and like, got us.
Yes, I'd like to read the book on Solus though.
You already have a book.
Oh, do I have a book?
Oh, he does.
Oh, can I?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's the only copy of that book over at that shelf. Go read it.
So they're kind of like sitting there. What would you guys like to do?
My third eye is opened again. By the way, what do you each have like your own like power stone thing?
I'm gonna.
Oh, what do you mean Power Stone?
Like the
Sending stone
no.
or what? Artifact.
Like the relics of power.
Relics. There's only 3 of them though.
So
There's only I thought there was 8.
no. There's 3 relics. The 3 relics were used by the Wizards of Old.
Oh.
Those are exclusively to the Wizards of Old.
Okay, well if they let out the kaiju, then they have to have a key of opening. So he has that relic we know.
So how many locks are there?
It means he doesn't have the chains of power one because he didn't control the monster.
They just went away.
Yeah, and then I don't really think we care about having the locks of... Well, no, maybe he has the locks of protection? Because if we were supposed to teleport that dragon in there, when we all had like our dance party, we murked all those people. they're probably trying to capture that dragon with the locks of protection.
As he's talking to them, I'm just gonna walk over to the bookshelf and just put the 6 books in my bag of holding.
Yeah, so as you do, you put the last book inside of the bag. You notice a sort of like small note pops up onto your bag of holding and goes, "Bag is full."
Sack.
How?
Your sack's full, bro.
What the fuck?
There's like
What do you have stored in there? A lot.
6 books.
So while their dimensions seem to be smaller, they're vastly larger inside. They're like extra dimensional like books, but they're not extra dimensional in the same sort of space that a bag of holding would be. They're just much larger magical incantations on these books.
Yeah.
So they're taking up way more space than they should.
Do you need help, Greg? I can help you.
But once you put them into a space that's large enough to hold them, they sort of size themselves to the space they're in.
Nah, this bag just has books in it. I'll just put it away.
Okay.
It's full, I guess. I mean, if they're not gonna do something with them, I'm gonna for the greater good. I'm not gonna let other people get this information.
He needs it though.
Augustus Thunderbird goes, who needs books? I haven't read a single book in my entire fucking life, and look at me. Big as shit. He's like 9 feet tall. And he's just like,
I want to pull out his book and just look for like the biggest glaring weakness he has.
His nipple is very sensitive.
so,
like, I know
there's a whole section that reads weaknesses. As you say weaknesses, it flips to the section with weaknesses, and it says his biggest weakness is that he's overconfident in his own abilities.
Can I get a different one? I feel like that's not gonna hit as hard.
Like Superman, they're like.
Below that, it just talks about his types, which his types are obviously the thunder and ice type, so those are going to be his initial weaknesses.
You are a thunder and ice type. Your weaknesses are the things that are.
have advantage against thunder and ice.
Yeah. Which I have written down somewhere. I just don't remember. I'm just saying this knowledge about you can be used against you, so we should probably safeguard it.
Queen Marchesa comes up and says, "Yes, I agree with you, Greg. You're such a good boy. Mummy's proud."
Thanks, Mom.
And she like
I high-five her.
pats you on the head. Good boy.
I still try to slap her in like a high five. She like goes to bat. I'm like, yeah.
She's like, she's also like 9 feet tall. And she's like, "Hand me the books."
Okay, I will pull out 6 books, 1 of each.
And she like holds them all up, and then you see her like pull out her sending stone, and she launches them into the sending stone back to their extra dimensional space.
So, hold on. Now, love the plan. But Lazarus had a sending stone in that extra dimensional space before. So is that even a safe place for him?
It's a safer place.
All right, fair.
I mean,
He at least has to go look for him.
at this point, they have the information. We don't know how many copies they've made.
Yeah,
of that
they're
book.
not really the threat. They already, they are the threat, but like they aren't.
They
we're
are
trying to prevent from getting those books.
It's like trying to put a rabbit back in a hat. Like, you've seen it already. It's not going back in.
Yeah. Everyone's gonna be like, "There's a rabbit in that hat."
Exactly.
What's in there?
All the magic is gone.
So anyways, on that note, yeah, you guys don't see monsters or anything, but you guys do see a lot of relics and other stuff in this room. If you guys would like to continue to explore it, or they're looking to head back because obviously they came here to catch a kaiju.
Are there any
Hey,
I want knowledge.
magical stuff that I can touch and
Do a Arcana check.
are there any guns?
I just want to fondle mass magical stuff.
any magical things? I want to touch them. Fuck, Arcana.
What do I read from Going Deep?
So, are you currently opening the book and reading it?
Oh, yes.
So, as you read about the City of the Deep, you know that the City of the Deep is below. So, currently, from your guys' natural location of where you guys were from Clover City, if you were to go to the west and you were to pass a city, that city being the city of... Sorry, let me go to my map. So, if you were to go west, you would head to Saffron City, and just past that, Saffron City is known as the city of Imagine it like Italy. You know how they have a lot of like cityscape on the actual water? So it's kind of like a lily pad city. And below that city is the deep. And it's underwater.
It's under Saffron City?
Under. Huh? So looking around, you do get a sense of a magical item, but it's not in this room. You feel like something is calling you from a different room.
I'll go to that room.
So leaving this sort of giant cave entrance, you head forward. Your dark vision leading you, as it's pitch black. You're basically seeing exclusively in grayscale.
Yeah.
But like you can kind of see like the walls and the edgings and stuff as you're like sort of navigating your way through this sort of pathway.
Yeah.
As you see a shining sword shining in the darkness.
That's definitely cursed.
I go to touch it.
As you grab the sword, you have a flash in your mind as you are then inside your mind.
Oh.
It's completely white walled, and in your mind there is a being in front of you. They look to be like some sort of like humanoid race, mostly like missing most of their facial features that would be distinguishing.
Yeah.
And they go, "Hello, are you my friend?"
I don't know you. It takes a lot to be my friend.
I am Sword. Would you be friend?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, we can kick it sometime, hang out.
All right. It really doesn't seem like it takes a lot.
So Sword goes, "Okay, I will join you." As the sword, as you flash back out, you release the sword.
Yeah.
The sword, there seems to be an eye that appears on the sword itself. As the sword flies up, and he goes, "Hello, friend. It's me, Sword." And he goes, "That was inside of my mind. It's I. I am now your friend, and now you have gained." So then he like taps one of your capture cards, goes into it. You've gained a flying sword. Monster.
That's dope. Fuck yeah.
He is light type.
Light tag. Hold on. It's Excalibur! So, I guess, I'll just name Excalibur. Fuck it.
Okay, so Excalibur is a light type with an AC of 11, and he has 15 hit points.
It's not bad. He's light type.
Yep.
Cool.
And now you have Excalibur.
Cool.
But unlike your other weapons or other monsters, as soon as he taps your card, he pops himself out, and then he sheathes himself onto you.
The fuck? Interesting. Oh, that's cool, Sword. Or Excalibur. Let's go.
He says, "I don't want to be trapped. I want to be free.
Why were you trapped?
I don't want to be trapped in the card."
Oh.
So he like touched the card
Yeah.
to connect with you, but then he like slid himself
My
into.
own little Pikachu.
He's basically Pikachu.
as I run out with
Yes, you run out with a sword,
With an eye.
with a glowing sword on your way back.
with a fucking eye. Oh, it's like a nasty eye.
Yeah, it starts twitching. It's like hello, because instead of smiling or talking, his eye just opens up and down. Hello, how's it going?
Hey guys, I met the Sword. Look at him. He's pretty cool, right?
Nice.
Yes.
That.
Are you sure you should be touching that?
How does that exist?
He's got an eye and everything.
Yeah.
Some wizards, like Lazarus, have the ability to mix the arcane with material, creating a man-made monster.
Did you used to be a person?
No, he just imbues magic into. So imagine it like you give enough love and care into something that, like, let's say you have like your favorite toy or whatever as a kid, and then someone were to enchant that toy, all the love and life you put into it will make Hobbs real.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yes. So that is what you have. You have someone's sword who was loved that became a magic item.
Oh, that's cute.
Yep. All right. Does anyone else want to do anything else?
I would like to. I mean, is there anything around that like?
Do another perception check for me.
This is the only book that I found.
There's a bunch of books. There's a
7.
shit ton.
For the deep.
Oh, for the deep?
The deep.
That's the only one for the deep. But
deep.
it's like the other books. It expands.
I got a
It's very,
7.
so it's very deep.
The deep. I'm going deeper.
So as you go deep, what did you get? I'm sorry.
7.
You're looking around, and you notice that there's a lot of books and a lot of things. But I will say that you notice off in the distance, Greg, what appears to be a sort of makeshift Poke Center.
Okay. I walk over to the giant slime mass.
And as you walk over to the giant slime mass, you see that the giant slime mass is gone. In its place is a little slime with a little doctor hat on it. And he goes, "Hi,
What's up?
I am the healing guy of here. How may I help you? Do you got a hurt monster?
Not at the moment,
Oh,
but like, what are you doing out here?
I'm stationed here. This is where I'm supposed to work until monsters are healed.
Who stationed you here?
Lazarus.
So he's gone.
Oh, he left me?
Yeah, he abandoned you.
You see the slime?
Capture that slime.
Like the slime goes from like a green, like happy slime to like a dark purple. And he just sort of like looks flattened, literally.
It's all right, little guy. I'll take care of you.
Really?
Yeah,
You got monsters that need healing?
yeah, all the time.
It's my only purpose in life.
Yeah, you can do that.
This is okay. And he slimes onto you, and you now have
You wanna hold this card real quick?
as he puts his hand out, ding, and now you have a slime monster.
All right, slime guy. So I know. Get in the card.
So you have a level 1 slime.
Let's go.
It is if it gets
Hold on.
as it gets higher in level, it can grow.
His name is Jerry.
Yours is also level 1, by the way. Just so you're aware, because I know that matters for when we're doing attacks. Yours could grow if you use it in combat enough. Specifically, you as yourself have to use it.
Oh, like actually swinging with it?
You can swing with it, or you can lob it.
That's dope.
Because it's a flying sword. It has a flying speed of 25.
Yeah, I think it's 25.
Yeah, so you can use it to fly. You use it to maneuver around the battle.
That's interesting.
Yep.
I'm sure I'd fight.
And you get a slime monster. Its AC is going to be really low. It's only going to be a 9 AC,
Okay.
but it's going to have over 25 hit points at level 1. It is durable.
And what type is it?
It is a normal type. And it does have, so you can look at the card stats, and you notice it doesn't have any combat application at all.
Yeah.
But it does have a healing ability of, rather than a D6, it's a D12
Nice.
that it can use on anything.
So I can just like throw him out there and be like, heal my guy.
Pretty much. He is exclusively a healing type.
That's good. I like that.
Okay. And looking in your book, you get deeper.
I'm going deep.
You notice that it talks about like the people who live there. They are merfolk. They are attuned to very, very cold environments. So in the deep, it is extremely cold. So like in the book, it says, noting passing travelers will need 2 items, a way of breathing. So there is a potion of water breathing that you're going to have to collect from the city of Saffron, as well as you're going to want cold weather gear in order to travel down into the deep. And they talk about the monster that lives there, Sir Recriel,
Slurk Rathiel.
the Kraken King. The Kraken King is one of many large monsters that you would encounter on your way down to the deep, being the largest. And he has a sort of icy-like presence. He's completely encompassed in ice, but it seems that the cage that they use is made entirely of fire. So he's trapped in a giant ice block surrounded by a giant fire, circle.
Good thing of a giant flaming dog.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So that is the information that you found. Was there anything else you would like to find here inside of this space?
Go deeper.
So are you going deeper in the book?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Just take the book.
Yeah. He's like, ah! He goes
I
inside.
need my third eye. My third eye needs all the knowledge.
He fuses.
And as you do, the third eye closes.
No.
And you get an amulet wrapped around your neck.
My third eye.
And it is called the third eye.
Ooh.
My third eye.
As a sort of creature talks to you and says, I liked you. You are now have the ability. So you have. So this is a magic relic, which is technically a monster, but its ability is comprehend languages.
Knowledge.
That is its only ability.
Also, the flying sword is 30 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
So what does comprehend knowledges do?
So comprehend languages.
Yeah.
So you can understand all languages when wearing it,
Which is pretty nice.
Okay.
That's crazy.
which is why you're able to understand the ancient relics.
Wow, yeah. There we go.
Queen Marchesa looks at you and goes, I thought that might be a nice gift for you.
Thanks.
I'm sensing some tension between us two.
There definitely is.
Dude, you,
Definitely is.
And
dude, you
as,
can't bang my mom.
and as you guys
Bro code.
sort of transverse and have these conversations, you guys are then sort of gathered together as the Superior Six looks to send themselves back into their realm and send you off on your way. So they ask, would you like to come back with them, or would you like them to send you back to the city of Clover to continue your adventure?
You guys do.
Send us back to Clover. Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you're going back to Clover, we will be on our way, and you guys may find your way back. They don't appear to find any sort of malicious intent within this cave. So there
Can we? So would I be able to come back here?
You have the Sending Stone, so you could come back here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have no idea where here is, but you are somewhere in a mountain.
Yeah, but if I think of this location, I
Correct.
could sending stone to
Yes,
it.
that's what the Sending Stone's for. So technically, you guys could also teleport back to the ruins of the city that you guys have been to, even though you've only been there once. You have to go somewhere in order to be able to get the Sending Stone ability to be able to backtrack.
Okay, cool.
All right. On that note, the Superior Six cast themselves away back into their extra dimensional space, and that is where we're going to end tonight's episode of Monster Manual. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys next time.